imagine. Better cool on your faction. Ready for the curtain call, lights, camera, action.
Hello and welcome to the 2024 Lifesaving World Championships from beautiful Kurrawa on the Gold Coast of Australia. My name's Josh Minogue. Joining me in commentary this afternoon, former world champion Jenny Parry. We are at the Southport Aquatic Centre for the first day of the Interclub Pool Rescue Championships. Jenny, it's finals day one. We've had a huge morning of action so far, but this is where it really comes to head. The gold medals are going to be handed out this afternoon.
I can't believe we're about 5 minutes away from naming our first world champion of the Interclub competition here. A lot of our athletes backing up from that national teams racing last week, so a few tired bodies on the line, but I'm more excited about a few of our fresher athletes that are coming through, some youngsters, some bolters, and one to watch, Poppy Stevens. She'll be in our first A final, the fastest qualifier from Bet Caloundra.
Yeah, we're in for some upsets, that is for sure. Beautiful conditions out here, except for the wind. Roughly 26, 27 degrees. A little windy out of the south. It'll make things interesting in the line throw. Let's take a look at today's list of events. We'll kick things off with the obstacles over 200 metres, then the 4x50 obs relay for both men and women. The line throws, they're the ones we cannot wait to see. Is there a world record on the cards for the team from Seacliff in South Australia? And we'll wrap things up with what I think was the most competitive event of the morning, or the morning's heat sessions. Those men's and women's 100-metre manikin carry with fins. Super fast heats racing this morning, very competitive as well. Some of the events shocked us at just how good they were, and some of these finals, I think they're going to continue on with it this afternoon.
Absolutely excited that for both the men and the women in the 100 carry with fins, we have the current world record holders qualified through for that big A final. Fergus Eady only set that new world mark in the men's race last week, so we know he's fresh, we know he is on form, but a host of competitors backing up from the national teams, and don't be surprised if you've seen some international allegiances shifting. They race for their national teams. It may be a different nations club team that they line up for, so your eyes do not deceive you.
That's not the first event on screen there. The officials getting the pool ready for action, and a huge thank you to all the officials and volunteers that have made this event possible. We're halfway through basically a huge 3 weeks of these World Championships, just the 5 days to go after this. The pool events for the Interclub Open competition, the beach events currently happening for the youth competition down there at Kurrawa Surf Club. Things will switch on Friday. The Open competitors will head to the beach. The youth will head back to the pool here. Jenny, it's been a fantastic 2 weeks of competition so far, but this is what we came for. We're about to crown ourselves some world champions, and blustery conditions, that's for sure. That southerlies really hit. It caused a cancellation of a few events in the water today. Tough stuff out there, but these athletes, they're the best of the best and they can handle anything.
Absolutely. This is what they have been training for the previous 2 years, for 4 years actually, since we held the last Interclub Championships at the world level here. And we can see on screen Lana Rogers. She was actually part of the Aussie crew last week, took out the Ocean Woman title, and a bit of a change of scenery for her now. We've also got Georgia Miller, one of our top iron women, in action for this B final as well. So very excited to bring you the best of the best. And I think it felt like the German Club Championships at one point early today. We've got everyone is here, and you can see a very strong Aussie flavour in this B final, but we've got Bulgaria, Germany and Italy out to ruin the party.
Yeah, very much so there. A reminder, here at the World Championships, we're racing for points as well. So we have a B final, 9 through 16, all earning points for their club for that Interclub title. The last couple of World Championships, it's been a real mix between the likes of Northcliffe and Rena Rossi from Italy there, and a couple of these ladies from Northcliffe, they'll be looking to score points in this one. That is what it's all about. Antonov in 1, Holt in 2, Hennig in 3, Di Belladonna in 4, Georgia Miller, Summer Short, Lana Rogers and Rose Bentley, the Australians, 5 through 8 there, all for their different clubs. And 200-metre obstacles, a few of these girls unlucky to miss that final. They were very, very close this morning. Super competitive, really tight, but at the top end there, we spoke about before, Poppy Stephen from Met Caloundra on the Sunshine Coast, not somebody we'd spoken about before the race, but she absolutely delivered this morning.
Yeah, it was wonderful to see. We'll see her in the very next race. We do run the B final first. So in lane 4, it is Elisa Di Bonellia from Rane Rossi in Italy. She was the fastest qualifier through here, a time of 2:15. And Josh, what we saw in the international competition is that these ladies are about to take it up a gear. They gave it everything in those qualification rounds in the prelims, but I would expecting them to be dropping a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds off this morning's times.
Yeah, there is nothing left to lose out here. 4 laps of the pool, 2 obstacles per lap, one of the toughest events in the pool rescue calendar. And you can see some of the girls going under very, very early, a couple pushing off the bottom as well. And it's those central lanes that really have had the best of it so far. Georgia Miller will lead them round by 0.03 in front of the Italian there. 31.05, not a bad first lap, but they're going to have to build from there.
Absolutely. And I know that I love that we know Georgia Miller as one of the best iron women in the world. Swim, board, ski. She's won it all. She can do it all. But we sort of forget that she does have this incredible pool swimming background, this pedigree behind her, and it is just, it's what she needs right now.
She went to the World Junior Swimming Championships, part of the Australian 4x1 freestyle relay. There's some famous names in there, Campbell, a few others that we've seen at the top level. So she understands the pool world better than most, but that lead has changed. Elisa Della Bellonia there from Italy has gone to the front there, 1:04.76 through the 100, and this is really the moving lap, isn't it?
Yeah, this is where the girls will absolutely go to work. I love the red cap in the middle of the field there from Rane Rossi. They will be featuring so heavily in those obstacle relays coming up next, but here the girls really start to go to work. We can see Georgia in that maroon cap from Northcliffe, very, very strong, but this final turn, who's got the legs, who's got enough left, as we look at Julia Hennig as well from Germany. She is in lane 3, so just outside those yellow lanes at the top of the screen.
Yeah, Hennig, there's big mover on that third lap, and I think she's going to really start to challenge the Italian on this final lap as well. The Australians faded, but it is all the Italian out in front with just 25 metres and 1 obstacle left to go. There's maybe 4 or 5 challenging for the minor places. A reminder, this is the B final, so no medals up for grabs, but just points, and they're going to be as valuable as in that back end. And it is the Italian who'll cruise home there very easy and a nice time, a little bit faster than this morning. Hennig in second, Miller gets third, Summer Short from Maroochydore finishes in 4th ahead of Lana Rogers of Northcliffe as well. Paige Holt from Mordialloc of Australia in 6th, Bentley, and then Antonova from Belarus in 8th. Big swim from the Italian there, maximum points, and well, the Italian club, they're so good and they're on the board, and that's, well, first blood over Northcliffe.
Yeah, that is a fantastic swim. For each of these individual events, the clubs can enter up to 4 competitors in each of these. And for Elisa, she had an incredible week last week for the Italian team. Watch out for her in the Super Lifesaver and some more events as the next few days progress. 2:13, great swim for her. And I was watching Summer Short just in that last 10 metres. She ended up 0.01 of a second off the 3rd position, so close on the touch with Georgia Miller.
Yeah, good start. We saw the guys from Maroochydore. They said they've had some illness and injury in the days leading up, but they've done a fantastic job here. Summer Short, that famous short name in surf sports. A great result there for the Italian club, just ahead of the Germans and the Australians there. Big Australian contingent in this B final. It's not the same in the A final. Well, we've had the entree. It's time for the main course. The women's 200-metre obstacle A final is up next, and there was a bit of, not an upset in the heats this morning, but someone we weren't expecting to be at top of the psych sheet heading into this final, and that's Poppy Stephen from Met Caloundra. Not a name synonymous with pool rescue and at the World Championships, but a star of the future if there have ever been one.
Absolutely. We have seen Poppy in action along with her Met Caloundra teammates at the local carnivals here. You can see she is in lane 4, the fastest qualifier from Met Caloundra. Watch out for her. She'll have the pale blue cap there. However, chasing closely behind will be Chelsea Jones. She was a silver medalist last week at the international teams competition, clocked a 2:08 in that final that actually had to be rerun, which was quite dramatic.
Yes.
So Chelsea, her qualifying swim here was 2:11, so we know she's got at least a 2:08 under her belt at this championships. Molly Shivnan from Northcliffe, she's in the mix. She raced for New Zealand previously. And another two of our Rane Rossi girls, the Italians, Anna Pirovano and Chiara Costaligli, next up. And another familiar Iron woman, Naomi Scott, backing up for the Northcliffe crew.
Got herself in the final there. Very impressive from Scott and Fabretti. We'll see her later on in the 100 carry as well. So doubling up this afternoon in this one. And it's going to be a quick one. Very, very good. We saw those girls. It was all in those middle 250s. 200 swimming. It's all about your ability to build through that centre 100 and have something left in the tank on the way home. Maybe the toughest distance in the pool, and this is one of the hardest events. It seems simple, but can be so complicated. The girls set and ready to go. That's Shivnan there from the BMD Northcliffe Club. A couple of the big Australian clubs vying for the title. Rene Rossi there, obviously the Italian club vying for the title as well. 3 in this final, and this is the first sort of battle between them and Northcliffe here, because I think when it comes down to it, they're going to be the big two.
Yep, at the end of the day, that is who we'll be looking for at the top end there. But for now, I would love to see Poppy Stephen come through here, get herself a pot on the spot on the podium. We've got a few little favourites from this morning's qualifiers, but a strong start. We were expecting the girls to drop some time, definitely about a second and a half faster in that B final. How much better can Poppy Stephen get in this race?
Yeah, I think she had the swim of her life this morning. Very good technique, down nice and early and leads them through at the moment. Chelsea Jones from Australia, she'd have to be the favourite, but doesn't have the best of it so far. It will be Stephen who leads them through. Very quick there from Poppy Stevens. 29.46 is the first split for the 50, and she looks strong, but not far behind. Jones was just 0.09 of a second through there. The rest of the girls over that 30-second mark as we're halfway down the second lap, and in that B final, this is where we saw the winners start to really go to work.
And I love Poppy really backing herself here at the moment. She does go down a little bit earlier than Chelsea Jones in the white cap in the middle, but Poppy coming up absolutely beautiful. The Italian still in the hunt, the red cap there, Anna Pirovano looking very, very strong. All the girls going through within a half a second or so, but here comes the Italian on the close side to us, looking very, very ominous. But Poppy, she's holding her own here. She is not being overshadowed or overawed in this big moment. Yeah,
Pirovano there and Shivnan probably more experienced than Stephen here. So will experience come into play, or will the young lady from Met Caloundra on the Sunshine Coast hold on? She leads coming into the turn on the third lap. It's about a body length in front, maybe half that now. Pirovano coming for her. 0.6 of a second's the difference between our leader. The turn was better from the Italian. And down on the bottom, Fabretti from Italy as well. Watch for her. That was a massive turn off the wall. There might be an outside burner here coming down the lane 8. Pirovani and Fabretti are absolutely flying, but it's Stephen trying to hold on. We've got a race in 3 coming into this final obstacle. Under they go. It might be Fabretti. It might be Fabretti down on the inside. It's going to come down to a touch in the wall. Stephen gets there only just 0.31. Pirovano gets third there. The young Australian gets it done, and I thought for a second the more experienced Italian had stolen the show on the outside, but it was Poppy Stephen who gets her first world title here, and the first one of the day at the Interclub Championship. Met Caloundra on the Sunshine Coast will celebrate for a long time after this one.
Oh, they will be on their feet after Poppy Stephen really showed some incredible maturity, held her head as the Italians were really coming through. How's Lucrezia Fabretti from lane 8 comes through for a silver medal, 2:08.31, an incredible swim for her. She went 2:09 at the national teams. She's getting better and better and faster and faster.
Unbelievable swim there from those ladies. What a performance. Poppy Stephen, 2:08 flat in a very, very good time there. Would have put her on the World Championship podium last time as well. So what a performance from these ladies. Unbelievable. We love to see it. Lucrezia Fabretti from Rene Rosso in second and Anna Pinovani from Rene Rosso in third. Big points for them. The rest of that result there, Chelsea Jones from Currumbin, BMD Northcliffe with Molly Shivnan in fifth place, Costagelli and Pippa Nicol there of New Zealand. Naomi Scott rounds out the field. No shame at all for Naomi Scott. A great performance for her. Good points for the Northcliffe club, but it's the Italians who've done the best of it so far. Massive points in the first event of the day. From the women to the men, the men's B final of the 200-metre obstacle is not too far away either. But first up, let's hear from our winner down on the beach with Jenny Parry.
I'm down here on pool deck with our newest world champion, Poppy Stephen from Met Caloundra. Does it feel different being a world champion now?
Not really. I haven't really processed it yet, but I'm super stoked. Really happy with that swim. So.
And you must have been confident coming off that incredible heat swim, fastest qualifier. Did you think that you could deliver on the big stage?
Honestly, not really. I'm kind of known for, stuffing up in the finals. So I was really happy to hold my own and, take away the win. So.
Now talk us through that last 50. We could see the Italians starting to come through, but you held your nerve. What were you thinking?
I was just thinking, don't hit the obstacle and keep your underwaters.
Well, Met Caloundra will be cheering so hard for you. Is there anyone that you'd like to say hello to or give a little thank you to?
My parents at home. Hey, Mum and Dad.
She's done so well. We're so proud of her. Big waves down the camera. Poppy Stephen, newest world champion. Congratulations.
Oh, what a champion there, Poppy Stephen. Fantastic performance, and nobody can say she doesn't deliver on the biggest stage. She is the world champion. What a performance, and congratulations to everybody involved there at Met Caloundra. Up next, men's B final of the 200-metre obstacle. Lane 1, Bailey Armstrong. Lane 2, Felix Hoffman. Gus Shivnan in lane 3. Jacob Lovnan in lane 4. Jackson McCleary in 5. Fabio Pezzotti in 6, Timo Zembold in 7, and Javier Balsavigo from Spain in 8. That was a fantastic performance. And what about that one, Jenny? She's known for stuffing up in the finals. She delivered when it mattered most there.
What an absolute superstar. Adorable to have a chat to her right now. And the courage that she showed on that last 50 to
tough.
Keep on going,
Tough.
Stuck to her race plan and absolutely delivered. Met Caloundra has a brand new world champion. I don't think they'd have too many of those in the cupboard.
I was going to say, I don't know how many they've had. It's a great club up there. They do a great job. Fantastic part of the world. And now they've got a world champion. That is truly something special. Zembold from the Germany led that one in 27.91, the first one through, but it looks like Bailey Armstrong's worked his way through on the second 50, has he? No, just behind Jackson McCleary. So a changing lead here for these men, very tight, all sort of 59s and 60s through that first 100. A little bit slower than what we've seen this morning. Most of these men sort of outside that 2 minutes, 2:01 in there, and they're really going to have to get a wriggle on if they want to go a little bit quicker on this third 50. Maybe Loughnan and McCleary in the centre starting to get their work in, and Bailey Armstrong on the outside as well. It is McCleary who'll lead them through just ahead of Bailey Armstrong, the 10K swimmer. He'll have a big back end.
Big back end expected all the way up the top of your screen in lane 1. Bailey Armstrong from Northcliffe looking great. Jackson McCleary, we were so hoping that he would just get into that A final. The boy from Maroubra doing very, very well. Have a look at him wind up now. The kick comes in. All the boys are absolutely flying, but McCleary needs to do some work if he wants to get to the wall first, because we still have Armstrong top of screen. Yeah, final ob gets down and underneath that one. Maroubra's got a rich history of swimmers. Armstrong's coming late. I think he's going to get there. He does. Sneaks it home. We thought McCleary had it, but Bailey Armstrong in 2:02.29, and doesn't he love it? He's celebrating like he's won the A final there. He just got maximum points for Northcliffe, and that's what you like to see. The 10K swimmer represented Australia in the past at the World Championships, managed to get it done, and we said it this morning, it's about, 9.8 kilometres too short for him. Yeah, he was just warming up on that one there, and I love... Once you get to an A or B final, you have every opportunity to get maximum points, to do a Poppy Stephen, to win a world championship. So I love Bailey really taking every opportunity. And I know Northcliffe, they've got a lot of supporters in the crowd. We saw a lot of them arrive over the lunch break, and they would be absolutely pumped to see Bailey Armstrong come through. Max points, wins the B final. Show us the claim. Oh, he got out first. Don't you love to see it? Fantastic performance. 2:02.29.
just 0.15 behind that. Jackson McCleary of Maroubra was saying they've got a rich history of swimmers down there. Some of the greatest surf swimmers of all time have come out of Maroubra. So he adds his name to that list. Loughnan in second as well. Fantastic performance there by all those gentlemen. From the B final to the A final, this is one I've been looking forward to all week long, and this has some absolute quality about it.
Absolutely. The fastest qualifier from this morning's heats was Louis Clark from Northcliffe. Raced last week for the New Zealand Blackfins, and he has a nice little buffer on everyone else. So he came through in a time of 1:57.78. Matt Magnussen from Maroochydore was a 1:58 high. Simone Locci from Italy was 1:59 high, as was James Koch, who was the silver medalist at the national teams comp. So I'm expecting that all of these boys are going to be, it's going to be the touch at the end, I reckon. This is going to be a fantastic race. CJ Brennan comes in as well. The Spaniard Tahaya is in there. Kevin Lasserre from Rene Rossi. We saw him in a French cap last week, but this is going to be a big one. It was tough just to make this final, and as we can see now, Louis Clark, the fastest qualifier, is brought now onto pool deck, and again, could Northcliffe go the double? Could they get the B and the A final?
That would be something. The boys would be up and about, that is for sure. Saw him warming up before. He was flying. I had to duck and get out of the way when we were having a swim earlier in the afternoon. But they're very fired up, these big boys. They've waited all day for this one, and it's the pure swimmers of pool rescue here. These boys can absolutely fly. These races have been won so far by the guys who've gone out and grabbed it by the scruff of the guys and girls who've gone out and grabbed it by the scruff of the neck early. So while the first 50 you can't win it, you can definitely lose it there. You've got to be in that top 2 or 3, and I think we're in for a bit of speed. We saw at that team's championship the world record go by the Polish swimmer Kasper, and he's not in this one. He went 1:51. I don't know if they'll go that fast, but let's see. Off and away, men's 200 obstacle final at the 2024 Lifesaving World Championships on the Gold Coast. Quick and even start from all men and immediately into their work. And it looks like maybe the Italian in lane 3, Locchi, up at first, and he was the best under that first obstacle, and he'll go down and under the next one as well. And maybe his Italian counterpart closest to us in the screen in 8, having a great swim as well. Koch was quick there. So first place in lane 3, the Italian. Koch not too far behind. And Callum Brennan from the Currumbin Vikings Club, someone we haven't spoke about but is very, very good.
Absolutely. CJ, one of the men just outside that Australian team selection. He would have been watching from the sidelines last week saying, let me get in there. But we know the Italians, they always lift. They always have a significant improvement from heats to finals. Now, Jimmy Koch in the black cap from Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park, currently in second, might turn in first.
Very
just.
tight.
Now, he did a 1:53 high to get a silver medal at the national teams. He was only 1:59 in the heat, so we know that he's got some space to give there, but this is going to be a finish. You can see the boys really starting to wind up now.
They turned in just on 56. They might struggle to go that quick with that kind of time, but here comes Koch. He starts to go. I think he's hit the lead. He's gone past the Italian. He's gone past Callum Brennan from Currumbin as well, and Koch will hit the wall first at the 3/4 mark. He gets a big, nice turn underwater. It's turned into half a body length. So the man from Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park, he's the class act in this event, and every time he goes underneath one of these obstacles, he comes up further and further in front. Louis Clark starting to storm home. The Kiwi starting to really wind up from BMD Northcliffe. Koch out in front. It's Burleigh, Northcliffe. The Italians faded into third place. Jimmy Koch will get it done. Big result for him. What a swim. Fantastic performance. 1:54.72. Not his fastest swim, but it doesn't matter when you get it done at the top level.
Yeah, 1:54.72. To pull out that sort of swim after a 1:53.72 last week at the Nationals. Oh, he looks sped, but I reckon he looks very quietly happy with that result. What a performance. Louis Clark, what a finish for him. Just to come in on second, 1:55. Simone Locci from Italy, and Callum Brennan, another fantastic finish there, 1:58. So CJ making that move at the last World Championships. He was in the juniors, now he's into the Opens and showing that he belongs here.
Yeah, CJ Brennan just faded in that final 50 there. The other boys, 28.6, 28.5 for the final 50 for both James Koch and Louis Clark. And Brennan and Simone, they were outside that 30-second mark there. So a big performance from all these boys in the result. In the end, Brennan in fourth, Magnussen, Taddeja, Giovanni and Lasserre. That was how they finished. Let's take a look at the official results here as it comes through. Koch in first place, Clark in second. and Simone Locchi from Italy in third. And Burleyhead's Mowbray Park have a world champion, their first one of the week in only the second event of the day. What a performance, James Koss. He's had a huge program so far. He's really dominated for that Australian team, and now he's getting it done for his club right here on pool deck. And don't you like to see it? The other boys will be happy with that. Not the fastest final we've seen in a long time, but that's very, very quick swimming considering what these gentlemen have been through over the last couple of days. A wonderful performance all round for these men. Jenny Parry is just heading out onto the beach, out onto the pool deck, to get an interview with our winner, James Koss. Of course, he is very tired lad getting himself out of the pool there after that enormous effort. And after the last 5 days of racing for the Australian team there, a wonderful performance. Burleyhead's Mowbray Park will be very competitive come to the beach competition. And let's hear from the pool deck, James Koss.
Oh, we've got another world champion in the house, James Koss from Burleyhead's Mowbray Park. Silver last week, gold this week. World just keeps on getting better.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't ask for anything more than that. I went out there last week, there was a lot of nerves to do it for, Team Australia. So it was awesome to be in that race, especially with that world record. So it was pretty cool. PB for myself. This week it was just about coming out here, having fun. And, look, 154, that's a great time. I didn't think I'd do that today. I kept the race really simple, and me and Louis had a bit of a joke about whoever wins the last 50's the champ. So,
and it was all about that last 50. You just wound it up about 10 metres out on that third lap. You brought it home. Was that the plan the entire time?
Oh, I think it was, just keep the race really simple. I know if I rush it a bit early and think about it too much, I force it, and it ends up becoming a whole world of pain. So, it was just a simple race, and then last 50, just race the boys and have a bit of fun.
A simple race results in a World Championship gold medal for you. Big waves down the camera. Burleyhead's Mowbray Park. So excited for that one. You're a superstar.
Thanks, Jen, and congratulations, Jimmy. What a performance there. What we're seeing on screen right now is the B final of the women's 4x50 metre obstacle relay. Pretty similar to what we've seen so far out there, but 4 swimmers, 50 metres each, that traditional relay format. It looks like at the moment, fantastic job out in front, Met Calandra. They were led off by Poppy Stevens. They did a really, really good job there. They'll lead at the moment. The clubs in there at the moment, Luke van Wild from Germany, Sunshine Coast Grammar, Tweedheads Coolangatta, Langenberg there, the Bulgarian Lifesaving team over there, Nordstedt from Germany, and Bissinger from Germany as well. And it's the Australians so far, TH&C and Met Calandra, that have been flying out in front. They were set up on those first laps and have just continued on with it so far. Jenny Parry, you're here, there and everywhere. He seemed really happy with that.
He seemed really quietly satisfied with that. And if you know Jimmy, he keeps his cards pretty close to his chest, like he's pretty understated. And I think there was a real satisfaction in coming through, getting a world title, getting a gold medal and showing, I deserve to be here. I can bang out 153s, 154s consistently. But how's this for TH&C? The touch on the wall.
Yeah, very good. 201.808 down there for TH&C. And not a big club, and they're having a blast out here as well. All the athletes, we love to see the internationals come out and experience what it's like on the Gold Coast here. That is the result of the B final. So no medals, just points there, but all those points are super important in the overall scheme of things. We're here to crown an Interclub champion as well. From the B final to the A final, this one is going to be really, really good. And it's a little mini battle, but it will have a lot of sort of meaning at the end of this competition because all the big clubs who are really chasing the overall title are here. The Rene Rosso Italian team, Northcliffe, Currumbin, Half Moon Bay, very good as well, Maroochydore and Clifton. While it doesn't seem like much now, these results could have a massive impact on the overall point score because these are all the big clubs coming into this one trying to win the overall title.
Yeah, when you think of the who's who of Interclub Lifesaving, this is who you expect to see up there. And just going back, just to refresh your memory, there was 0.05 of a second that separated Rene Rossi, the fastest qualifiers, and Northcliffe in two. So this is what we're here for. It looks to be a race in two. But as we've seen, a lot of teams really starting to lift. There may be some last-minute sneaky team changes changes as well, because we had the German team, Halle Salkris, they are in there. They were the third qualifier. Currumbin Beach, I reckon they'll have something up their sleeve as well. Maroochydore, Half Moon Bay, Clifton, you pointed out, and Nita on War Start, 2:01.87. And they were clear of the THNC crew, but THNC just went 2:01. They qualified in a 2:03. So we're expecting
that 2 seconds.
We are going to
half a second per swimmer into the final. Clifton Beach from South Africa have had a good start to the day. They won a beach relay for the junior competition down on the sand as well. So they'll be riding high at the moment. Northcliffe, they'll know what they need to do here, but the big favourite, Rene Rossi, they were fantastic this morning, lightning fast and skills to pay the bills. You've got to be quick, but if you just throw it all out there and sort of send it, sometimes mistakes can cost you. So blink and you'll miss it. Here's the ladies' 4x50 metre obstacle relay, the world record, 1:46.16. I don't know if we can go that quick this morning, but we'll wait and see. Off and away, very clean from all the girls almost immediately. They're up and into the work, and already the Italians, maybe a quarter of a body length in the lead there. That top of the yellow lanes, that's lane 4. Northcliffe next to them in 5, and then just below them down there, Currumbin Vikings going with them as well, and it really is a race in 3 at the moment.
Oh, how's the start from Italy here? That bright red cap, it makes it so much easier to find them. You normally just have to look to the lead and they'll be there, but this is the start we wanted. This is the pressure that we wanted to see Rene Rossi put on the rest of the world.
Yeah, absolutely flying at the moment there. The Italians, look at them go. That is a fantastic performance. Northcliffe starting to wind up, starting to get into it. The gap's closing, but maybe not enough. Still the Italians lead ahead of the Australians. Currumbin Beach in 3rd place, and they're about a body length off. I think the gap's closed, but it's still half a second between the Italians. Georgia Miller there touches the wall, 55.23. That was the split through 100 metres. They are absolutely flying at the moment. The Italians continuing to push it with the Australians right now out in front, and there's almost daylight in 3rd. Currumbin hanging on, but it's a race in 2.
I was just pointing on screen here. I was like, have a look at Georgia Miller's kick as she comes through here. This is someone who's done some pool racing. Have the Italians done enough at this final change? That looks to be Zoe Crawford again. Oh, she's nearly there. Come on, girls, get this one home. Italy, Australia, Northcliffe and Rene Rossi, they are away. We have got a race on our hands.
0.36 was the gap, and I think it's gone. Northcliffe's coming. Northcliffe's coming for Rene Rossi. One obstacle to go. Whoever gets this one right, the Italian goes first, the Australian's late. That might prove to be the difference. The underwater from the Italian, unbelievable. It proved the difference in the end. Skills pay the bills, and the Italians get it done. And what a final underwater effort that was for the Italian there. She delivered when it truly mattered most.
That was impressive. I thought Northcliffe got a little bit of a hint of it there. I thought they were going to come through for the win, but there we go. 1:54. The ladies came through 1:50.5 now. They've each gone a second faster over their individual legs.
Unbelievable. What a swim it was from the Italians. And you see that underwater so important. And I thought as Kyra Bender really came up alongside her Italian counterpart in the final 25 metres, we might be on here, but that underwater work was truly something special for the Italian. And you could see it here, just stays under that little bit longer, and that ended up being the gap. And I think that entire gap came from just the final obstacle in there. Unbelievable. And she paid for it as well. Have a look at how much that one hurt. Got to the wall, couldn't even look around. She knew she'd done everything possible to get the win. What a wonderful performance. Rene Rossi from Italy gets the job done. BMD Northcliffe just half a second behind from Australia. The Australians rounding out the podium as well from Currumbin. Halle Salakra from Germany in 4th place. Half Moon Bay in Victoria, fantastic performance to finish in 5. Maroochydore on the Sunshine Coast in 6th place. Nida Wo from Germany in 7th, and Clifton from South Australia in 2:01.05 rounds out the field, and that is the A final of the 4x50 metre women's obstacle relay here at the Interclub Championships. From the ladies to the men, they will be up next. We'll have a B final as we saw before. We're going to try and get our Italian winners down for an interview as well with Jenny Parry. We're not too far away from picking up the girls, but what a performance it was. 1:50, very, very quick. over a full second faster than last World Championships. These ladies are the world champions. Let's hear from them.
Rane Rossi, too good, too strong, too fast for the rest of the world. You were so fast in the heats. You're faster now in the finals. What's the secret?
Yes, the team is very fast. It's an amazing team, and it's a beautiful group, and all this is very, very fast.
And some deja vu. We saw you last week. You're back again this week. You must be exhausted.
Yes, me and Magali also another race for the Interclub, but this is beautiful, beautiful swimming pool, beautiful people, and we love this sport.
Well, we love having you here, especially when you're so fast. Big.
Well, thank you, Jenny Parry, and thank you to the Italian ladies. They are wonderful competitors and even better people there. We love having them come and visit down here in Australia, and we're glad they're enjoying their time with us. The men's 4x50 obstacle relay B final up now. So the boys are on the blocks, set and ready to go. Jenny Parry, you are back and forward, bouncing around everywhere. Let's take a look at the start list of this one. They're off and away. Rita Weinbrook from Germany there. Baden-Bruges from Switzerland. Marangi Bay of New Zealand. Dordrecht Redders Brigade from the Netherlands. Halle Sarkres from Germany. Gudenschlock from Germany as well. Excuse the pronunciation on there. Sunshine Coast Grammar. Hopefully I'll get that one right. Half Moon Bay in Victoria as well. Very quick through that first 50. They were absolutely flying.
Yeah, Half Moon Bay. The bolters out here in lane 8, closest to your camera. What a start they have made. That is what we're here. That is what we want to see. Fantastic racing. And we can see the boys really starting to go to work. Lanes are 1 and 3 at the top of the pool, but Half Moon Bay not out of this yet.
Yeah, great start there. They've just come back to the field, that is for sure, on that far side. They'll head in and touch first. A big change, Marangi Bay from New Zealand. So good to see the Kiwis getting into the mix. There's been a lot in finals so far, but not many for Kiwi clubs. A big underwater there for the Kiwi. Massive. And he's gone well out in front at the moment. That underwater, he stayed down a lot longer than I've seen. The Germans on the outside, they're really lifting as well. Have a look at this underwater. The Kiwi on the far side, we can just catch him. He stays down a lot longer than his counterparts, and bang, big change over there, and they'll lead with one leg to go.
How good is this? Half Moon Bay on one side of the pool, Marangi Bay on the other. The Bay of Dreams would love to get a fantastic result here. Pick up some great points as well in a B final.
Everybody's charging in this final 50. One of the tightest races we've seen all day, and the Kiwis staying out in front. I don't know if they're going to be able to hang on here because there's a couple of very, very quick customers coming home. They're coming from everywhere in the centre of the pool, but the Kiwis get there. Good result. Harrison Cook brings them home. 146.74 for him. Great swim for Marangi Bay in New Zealand. What a club, what a team. And well, it's not the A final, but they're going to be happy with that.
But it's still the world stage. They still get their mug on telly here. They're doing an incredible job. The team of Jack Dufour, Joe Wilson, Tom Lowe, and Harrison Cook. I would not have picked them for their win, but they have come through, and this is what we love about doing heats and finals. Teams find something special.
And when it's a 4x50 as well, you just deliver. There's nothing better than getting ready with the boys and going, I just have to throw down for 50 metres. 25 seconds is all I've got, and that's good because it's all I need. And the boys from NZ got it done. In the end, it was pretty easy. They had about half a body length. Those centre lanes, though, they left it late and came very, very fast. Let's take a look at the result here. Quick swimming as well, 146.72. That's pretty good. I like it.
Pretty good. 146. Loving that. Loving the Marangi Bay. Loving the international field here as well. New Zealand, Germany, Netherlands, Australia and Switzerland all in the mix there for the B final. And if you thought that was good, just wait. A final coming up
even
next.
Better. I can't wait for this one. And all the big guns there. You take a look at the start. Let's run us through that one. Jenny Parry, good to see the Spaniards there. Obviously, big Italian and French connection as well.
Yeah, loving that. Look involved in lane 1 from Germany. Club Deportivo Natación Aleda, Team A in there. Northcliffe in the mix. Now, Rane Rossi, they were the fastest qualifiers. Expecting something special for them, but Trig Island is here to ruin that party. They've done some recruiting. They've got New Zealand superstar Steve Kent to really augment that incredible strength they have already with Harrison Hines, Jake Smith and Kelton Rothney. Currumbin Team A, I reckon they could be the ones that drop some time here. We saw some of the men do a lot of races earlier. Most of them were in that 200 obs as well. Biarritz, Sauvetage Cotier are in lane 7. And then over the page we see the Black Swans, Maroochydore, Matt Magnuson just backing up again after that 200 obs, joining with Palmer, Higgins and Piper, a few of our Ironmen and board paddlers in the mix.
Do we call is it salties? Is that what we call them here in the pool? And good luck to Adam Palmer. He's a good young lad, but he might be a bit done for pace here. He can throw down a 50, but I don't know how it's going to go compared to a few of these guys. But he's a very, very good board paddler and Ironman. That is for sure on the comeback trail. We'll see how it goes. This is all the big boys fired up and ready to go. 50 metres is all you need to deliver. If you can put 4 of them together, you might be the world champion. Who knows your luck? If you've got a lane, you've got a shot. The men's 4x50 obstacle relay final. The world record of China is 1:34.80. It'd take something truly special if we were to see that knocked off and away. They're in 1 lap, 2 obstacles per men. Do it 4 times. Jenny Parry, they are off to a flyer.
Oh, I'm so excited. Northcliffe, third from the top of your screen. Very, very strong. Rene Rossi, the red cap in the middle of the field. We just saw their women take the gold. They would love to match here, but Trig Island, white caps, they could produce something special. You've got to think it's going to be that top 3. As I say that, though, have a look. Maroochydore in the mix of it at the bottom of the screen. Nothing splitting them here, and it was 25.03 on the touch.
Very quick, and only 0.7 separating the top 4 teams. Things are starting to open up just a little bit more at the moment. Lane 4 really starting to wind up in the centre there, and they're looking to go back-to-back for the Italians. The underwater is unbelievable. It looks like Michael Phelps there. Oh, they're a full body length out at the halfway mark. What a leg that was there. 48.97 for the Italians. They're sitting on sort of that world record pace. They're going to try and give it a nudge here. If they can go another 47, they'll get very, very close. They're continuing to hang on out in front. Northcliffe there trying to work their way into it as well. Trig Island, but that's the battle for second place at the moment because it's the Italians out in front, but the gap's closing into the turn. The Italians will lead. Trig Island and Northcliffe are coming, and wow, what a third leg from the Australians.
Oh, we knew that we were going to see something absolutely special here. The boys really pushing the Italians in the middle of the pool. Have a look at the kick. Have a look at the stroke right here. Oh, Italy, though, I think they're too good. I think they're going to get there. That underwater work is just absolutely phenomenal. They'll come up near the flags. But this race for second, this is going to be the touch on the wall. I don't want to call this one between Northcliffe and Trig.
Oh, no, Trig Island gets there for second. Northcliffe gets there for third by 0.02. But in the end, a class above. Rene Rossi from Italy, 1:38.69. Very fast swimming, just about the same time the last World Championship was won in, and not too far off that world record, just over a second and a bit there. So that's world quality swimming. The Italians, I thought for a second at the end of that third lap, maybe the Australians would give them a run for their money, but this Italian club, they're the best in the world when it comes to pool rescue. Nobody goes close, and it's relays where championships are won, and they've been doing a fantastic performance today. Rene Rossi in first place there, and don't they love it? The Australians of Trig Island and BMD Northcliffe in second and third. Currumbin Beach not too far away as well, but a full 3 seconds off the podium. Club Deportivo of Spain finishes in fifth. Luckenwald from Germany in sixth. Maroochydore in seventh place, and Biarritz from France in eighth there. What a final that was. Truly unbelievable swimming from the Italians, and they've come to get their Interclub title back off Northcliffe, and they have started the right way. 2 relay wins and some dominant performances in those individual finals, and they mean business out here, and they are certainly sitting atop the point score on day one here at the Interclub World Championships at Lifesaving World Championship 2024 on the beautiful Gold Coast of Australia. If you're just tuning in, we're halfway through that first afternoon of the World Championships. Let's hear from our winner.
Oh, Rene Rossi, they won the women. They had to win the men. Just too good for the rest of the world.
Yeah, in this final, we want this medal. We are happy because we are a strong team. And
And a truly international flavour. We've got Italians, we've got French. We've built the dream team here. Was it always the plan to come away with a big win?
Yeah, we are so happy for this win.
They're overcome down here. Big waves down the camera, everyone. You're world champions. Congratulations. Fantastic.
Well, thank you very much, Jenny, and thank you to the Rene Rosse boys. They've done a fantastic job so far this afternoon. We change gears now from the obstacle racing to the line throw. We reset the pool, and this is one of the events that I've been really looking forward to all day long. We had some lightning quick times earlier this morning, very, very quick all around, and we will see plenty more of that action this afternoon. It took very, very quick times to get into this final for the women's line throw. Jenny Parry, the men's was unbelievable. The women's super fast down there, and we're just resetting the pool at the moment. This was a real favourite of mine this morning. Haven't seen much of it live in the last couple of years. It's probably been a good 5 or 6 years since I've seen any line throw work, and it's gone to another level as an event. It used to be 15, 17, 18 seconds was super competitive. You'd win most things. 15 seconds only just got you into the final this morning.
Yeah, we do love seeing that the standard of competition has improved across every single nation. The times are dropping championship on championship, and we are seeing more specialists start to come to the fore. So while some of these athletes would have raced last week for their national teams, we're really seeing the clubs come to the fore here, and that's what's most exciting. And it's looking at the qualifications early today, Australia, the top qualifier there with Tweedheads and Coolangatta, the Jones sisters in there, but apart from that, Netherlands, Germany, Great Britain, Germany and Canada. So loving the international flavour, loving that the rest of the world is showing us how it is done in this women's race. Sweden took out the international championship last week. They were just incredible. It was wonderful to watch them, a time of 11.91. Norway was in second, New Zealand in third, but that 11.91, I reckon that could be in danger. I reckon the club
100%.
teams could show us how this is done.
The one I'm looking forward to, lane 8 from Sri Lanka there. She was super quick this morning in the heat, and just the wind was blowing so hard, blew it out of the lane, had another throw and still made the B final. The only one of the clubs that had a second throw and made the B final. The rest of them first throw athletes only. So if she can get it right, there's a red hot chance she wins this final. That's her on screen there, closest to us on the edge of the pool. And well, while the Australians are in the centre lanes, this one, it doesn't really matter. You said it best this morning, Jenny Parry. Big risk, big reward.
Absolutely, and I think there'll be a lot of people cheering for Sri Lanka here. The fact that she got 19 seconds on her second throw.
Yeah, incredible.
We're all trying to do that on our first throw, and I love also that she didn't panic.
No, great.
It didn't go to plan. She didn't get the rope the first time around. Held her nerve, recovered, re-threw, immediately back in 19 seconds. I just want her to go as fast as she can right now. Let's just see what happens.
Let's see. Mount Maunganui in 1, Hammerhead Lifesaving of Singapore in 2, Nederholm from Germany in 3, Karawa in 4, Half Moon Bay in 5, Rita Winderbrook from Germany in 6, BMD Northcliffe in 7, and the Sri Lankan Lifesaving unit in 8. Let's go, ladies. The B final of the women's line throw here at the Interclub 2024 World Championship. You drag the line in, throw it out. Hopefully you grab your athlete the first time round and drag them to the wall. If not, you got 45 seconds to have a go. Let's have a look. Different techniques all around. The lady from Sri Lanka out first, very quick. She's got it. Oh, a little stumble there. I told you she was good. She got very, very good performance this morning. Bang, cop that. 12.7, and don't they love it? High fives all round. That would have been enough to put them well into the final this morning. That's how good she is, Jenny Parry. Sometimes I tell fibs, but that was not a lie. She is good at what she does out there, and the disappointing part is she's just not in the A final.
Oh, it doesn't matter right now to get that throw out. 12.7, Sri Lanka take the B final. They are absolutely stoked. They're looking around. They're getting the photos already.
Oh,
the race isn't even over yet. This is what we want.
There's the finish there. Guys, good acceleration into that wall. You can see the line just goes dead for a second. She slows down. The line thrower grabs it again, reefs on it, and bang, straight into the wall there. And she was very good this morning. and they get the win done. The other end, Mount Maunganui over there, they were pretty good as well, 13.6. So all of these times, if you'd done those this morning, you would have been in the A final. But it's so tough out here in the line throw arena. We spoke about the wind. This morning it was kind of coming from the south, so it was at the throwers' back. This afternoon it's just swung to the east a little bit, so it'll be pushing it kind of across the field, across the pool there. Super tough to do, and you got to get it right. You only get one shot at it.
Oh, so good to see Sri Lanka coming through for a win in the B final. And there we can see just how strong that wind is at the moment. And those gusts are really, really tough. So if you're one of our athletes, you know, who've arrived at the World Championships, you don't normally swim at an outdoor pool. You've never had to deal with conditions at a pool event before. This is a whole new ball game. And that can really test your confidence. It can really make you question, have I done enough? Am I ready to go? How do I deal with this? How do I show this resilience that we've been talking about?
Unbelievable. You were spot on there. Your ability to overcome the obstacles and deal with it. It plays a massive role in how far you'll go in this one. The Sri Lankans get it done in the B final. Huge shout out to the wonderful island nation there of Sri Lanka, NZ and Singapore in 2 and 3. Great throws from both of them. Half Moon Bay, BMD Northcliffe, and the Germans round out the field. Once again, only 7 results, because if you don't complete the throws within 45 seconds, that is a DNF. So unfortunately for Karawa, did not get it done there. But a great job for them regardless. What a performance to be in the B final. They will score points regardless there. From the B final to the A final, this is where it's at. And if the pressure was on in the last one, this is for all the chocolates right now. You get one shot at it, because if you don't, somebody else will.
Oh, well, you could see another Sri Lanka come through and take that opportunity. They made it to the final. That's all they needed to do. And every team who has their foot on the line right now for the women's line throw has an opportunity. So top of the screen, we do love that cap, the bright pink there from Otis Spree. We've got the Jones sisters from Tweed Heads and Coolangatta. Oh no, it's Kusel in the pink there. Wonderful to see them. The Netherlands, the only Dutch team in this one. Dordrecht Reddingsbrigade in lane 4. Bietigheim Bissingen from Germany. Now they were celebrating that heat. We love to see how stoked they were to be in this position in the A final. Let's see what they can do from here. Hallie Saucris from Germany in the mix from GB, Retford and District Lifesaving Club, and from Canada in lane 8, Naval Sauvetage. So the GB team, Retford and District, they have quite a few line throw specialists. We saw many of their teams in actions in the Masters comp. I think they got at least 2 gold medals that I remember.
Right, specialist club.
So watch out for the pale blue cap in lane 7. So Retford and District looking very, very good. But can the Dutch get it done? Can they maintain that winning form from this morning?
Oh, let's have a look. We're about to find out. Very tough. The patients just setting the line, ensuring that they're at their full length. The Canadians, 3 German clubs, 2 Great Britain, the Netherlands and Oz for the line throw championship of the world. They're in the starters' hands, off and away technique. Most of these girls using that overarm technique. Who gets the line out first? It's key. The far side. Maybe the Aussies there. Maybe the Aussies. Oh, no, one in for them. Kusel from Germany. It's going to come down to a touch. Oh, the Dutch get it. 13.04 for the Dutch in that one. And that one came down to the touch. And incredibly, the Sri Lankans were faster in the B final. What about that one?
They were. The Sri Lankans threw a time of 12.87, 12.87, and the winners here.
Doesn't matter. You've got to get it done in the A final. Dordrecht Reddingsbrigade from the Netherlands. They are the world champions. 13.04. If you're not in the final, you don't get a shot at it. Kusel from Germany and TH&C. What about that? Get there for the bronze in 14.36. Good to see the Netherlands. What a performance. Kathy Groot and Sharon Wolfs there. They deserve that one. What a fantastic performance. And wow, that was as close as I've ever seen. 0.18 between the winners and second place. And don't they love it there? Look at the celebration. What a performance from these ladies. It's such a difficult event to do well at. There's so much that goes into it overall. And it is so tough for these ladies to get it right in these conditions. But the Dutch team has managed to find a way. 13.04 seconds, 13.12 for the Germans, and then 14.23. Retford and Districts finished in 4th, just ahead of the Germans, Hallie Salkres, and the Canadians and the other of the German teams round out our top 7. Unfortunately, Beatingham Bissinger from Germany was disqualified in that one, and they will finish in 8th place. The girls down on the pool deck are certainly celebrating there. They're having an absolute blast at the moment. We'll be with them in just a few seconds. And then next up, the B final for the men's 12.5 metre line throw world championship. And well, could we see a world record in this one? The world record holders are coming up in the A final. They looked electric this morning, and they said they've wanted to win this title. They're taking it very, very seriously, and the boys from Seacliff are not too far away. So we're just waiting on the girls from the Netherlands, from Dordrecht Reddings Brigade. They're a very, very powerful club over from Europe, and they have delivered on the biggest stage here, and they were so happy with their performance. Let's hear from the ladies now. They're with Jenny Parry.
No, not yet, but it feels amazing. Yeah, it's a relief.
And you were the fastest qualifiers. You were the fastest this morning. You've executed perfectly. You must have done so much training.
I did. Yeah, I did. Really, yeah.
Now tell me about your amazing patient here.
Yeah, it's a new patient for me. So, yeah, just a couple of days for us. So she listened to me and...
And you're the only Dutch team in the final as well. That carries a certain sense of pride.
Yes, it always does. So,
well, we need to go and give these ladies the gold medals. They are now world champions. Big waves down the camera. The training's paid off. Congratulations, ladies.
Fantastic performance there from the Dutch ladies, and aren't they happy with that? The specialists here for the line throw. Next up in the pool is the men's B final of the competition, and these gentlemen very fired up. Haasvinkel from Germany, they are in lane 1. The Sri Lankan unit in 2. Beatingham Bissinger in 3. Langenberg from Germany in 4. Lies from Switzerland in 5. Half Moon Bay from Australia in 6. Hanor Swimming and Lifesaving Club from Great Britain in 7. And Luckenwald from Germany in lane 8, off and away. The boys are into the action. Oh, some big throws. A lot of falling short. I don't know who'll grab at the top end. Lane 2, maybe the Sri Lankans again. Oh, back-to-back B finals for the Sri Lankans. They are on fire at the moment. Have a look at that. 12-2-3. Very, very good performance. The Sri Lankans are the kings of the B final right now. What a performance from those two gentlemen there, and very, very good. I'm a big fan of the Sri Lankan guys and girls. They've done a great job.
Oh, and I love that, again, we talk about people lifting from a heat to a final. These athletes, they knew, the Sri Lankans, I'm in the final, anything can happen. I am going to give it absolutely everything. To hold your nerve in these conditions when there's so much happening around you.
That's the key.
Ooh.
Spot on. Hold your nerve when you can, because it is super stressful in there. One mistake and they say slow is smooth, smooth is fast, and that's what these guys try and do. They try and slow it down, keep it smooth, and that allows them to get the line out, get it to their patient, get them back, and what a performance. Great job all round. Have a look at that gap. Massive lead from the Sri Lankans.
Yep, that looks absolutely fantastic. And with the B final done, we're just waiting for the competitors to be released from the pool. We'll wait for that final whistle. It means we only have one more race until we take a short break to do some medal presentations. We will bring you all of that. But the big one is coming up next.
This is all I came for today. I cannot wait.
You can head home after
to
this
see
one.
the Seacliff boys. They have lit the line throw world on fire. They broke a world record a couple of months ago. If you're not a big line throw fan like I've become over the last couple of months, they threw 8.6 seconds for the line throw. It went viral on the internet. People all over the world who had never seen this event before could not believe what they were seeing. The memes came left, right and centre, and then they dove into it and really embraced it and thought, we're coming for this world title. And I've never seen a bunch of guys take it more seriously than they have. And these two gentlemen, they were quick this morning, very, very quick this morning. And you've been out there. It's so windy out there. I don't know if a world record's on the cards. I could see you in that interview there. You almost got blown away into the pool as it was coming through, and it's just getting stronger and stronger as the afternoon goes on. Not the best line throwing conditions, but stranger things have happened. And if we can get it right down here, the boys from Seacliff. But as you said, just because you're fast there's no guarantees. If you mess this up, it will go to some other part of the world, that gold medal, before you know it. So hold your nerve, do your best. You only get one shot at it.
You only get one shot, and for the World Championships, you get one shot every 2 years.
Oh, I love it.
It is a long time between drinks.
Let's just add a little bit more pressure.
We'll add to that the fact that we actually haven't held the Interclub World Championships since 2018. It was the team from Interclub in Germany, 10:08, won this back in 2018. COVID ruined everything for us in 2020. 2022, we had a reduced program only. So it's been a while. Interclub have been reigning champions for the last 6 years, which is wonderful.
Let it go.
But have a look on screen. We see the team from...
Yeah, the boys coming out
Mermaid
now.
Beach.
Yeah, Mermaid
it's
Beach.
It's the pale blue.
Yeah.
It gets me each time. I
don't like it. Yeah, give us the stand of the Germans walking out there. It'll be super interesting to see how these guys go. I'm looking forward to this final. The Singapore lads, and once again, no Sri Lankans in this final, but geez, they can win a B final.
Can they ever? We do have the Dutch back in lane 8. We just saw their women do incredible things, take a big world championship there. The ladies were still in shock when I was speaking to them. They were just like, oh, we just won worlds. I was like, yeah, you did. Yeah. So good to see.
And don't we love to see it? Absolutely fantastic. A great performance from all of these men. There's the Ripley's Rascals in one from Team Great Britain. Fantastic performance for these boys to get into the final. You can see they're just checking the line there, making sure everything's ready to go. Mermaid right alongside them. Singapore in 3, Seacliff in 4. The Germans in 5 and 6. Northcliffe from Australia in 7. And, well, can we go back for the Netherlands? Dordrecht Reddings Brigade in 8 there. And we've seen a couple of double-ups today in the relay.
A pair of gold.
Maybe.
We love that.
Maybe we're heading north in Europe, but... If I can be, I'd love to be biased, and I'm really rooting for the Seacliff boys here. They've put on a show so far, and I just want to see a world record. I like quality. I like quality sport, and I think they're a shot here. They're fired up and ready to go, but pressure's a wonderful thing. You can either deliver on the biggest stage, or it can turn you into half a man out here, and we're about to find out which is which. The lads from Singapore were good this morning.
Yeah, they were great. Really clinical in their execution this morning. They had a job. They came out, did it. I tell you what, Singapore Swim Teachers Association, they are in those blue caps. They will be in lane 3, just next to the black caps of Seacliff, the current world record holders in this event. However, there is quality across the field, and as we know, you just have to make the final. Anything can happen. It's the last big race before we take a little break for some medal presentations. And for Taj and Fletcher of Seacliff, the current Australian champions as well, at this very location just a few weeks back.
Home ground advantage for the boys. Let's wait and see. The lines are set. I've got goosebumps, Jenny Parry.
I know. I'm so nervous.
We're about to crown ourselves a world line throw champion. 8 teams, only 1 gold medal. 12.5 metres is all you have to cover, but it's the toughest event in pool rescue to get right. Big risk, big reward is the best description of it. They're in the starters' hands.
We can see the hand go up. It'll go to the side, and we are away. Josh, go, go, go. The windmills are working. Who's going to get out there first? Who's got it? Can he get it?
Out. Seacliff there. They've got it. Oh, they're going to dominate. Brings it home. It's all about the time. 9.83. Not a world record, but a world championship. Don't worry about it. That's good enough. A huge performance there. Dordrecht Reddings Brigade in second place. The Dutch are on fire in the pool, and the Germans finish with bronze. Seacliff, don't they love it? Tents up for the Seacliff boys. Have a look at them. They're the kings of the line throw, and no man on earth can throw a bit of rope better than these boys can. And they're the world champions. They're the world record holders, and they are the best in the business without a shadow of a doubt. What a performance, and I don't think they can believe it down there. Big result. Let's take a look at the replay. Very clean, very clinical. They were coming from everywhere. He gets there, gets the win, arms in the air, and he throws that tense up signal. This was the gap in the end, closest to us, the Reddings Brigade there in second place, and it was just the speed he got the line out that That technique of the thrower there, unbelievable. Got the job done. And what about that huge performance? The Germans in lane 5, fantastic in 10.93 to get there in third place. But Seacliff in South Australia, Jonesy and the boys will be celebrating down there tonight. That is for sure, because they are the champions of the world. And they will not let you forget about it either. Big old tents up from the Seacliff boys to celebrate as well. And don't you love to see it? What a performance out there. Fantastic. And we'll hear from them, Ward and Luscombe, with Jenny Parry in just a few moments' time. And I don't even think they know what to do. Sunglasses on, looking cool as a cucumber. 9.83, not their fastest effort ever, but good enough. That is for sure. Second place, the Netherlands in 10.72, 10.93 for bronze. Goodersloh from Germany in 11.68. Ripley's Rascals from Team GB, 12.17. The Singapore boys in 13.02. Northcliffe in 27. And their Mermaid Beach, unfortunately, did not finish that one there. But what a final. It lived up to expectations. They had the pressure of Australian surf sports on them. I think this is the most watched line throw final there has ever been at a World Championship, because everybody loves the Seacliff boys, and they have delivered when it matters most. Step aside Ali Day, step aside Matt Bevilacqua. We have two new superstars of surf sports, and it's the boys from Seacliff in South Australia. What a performance from both these gentlemen. Unbelievable. We're just a few moments away from hearing from our champions down on pool deck with Jenny Parry, and then we're going to have a run of medal presentations from the opening 6 events here on afternoon 1 of the Interclub Championships here at the 2024 Lifesaving World Championships on the Gold Coast. We're here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. But now we're going to go down onto the pool deck to hear from our champions, the boys from Seacliff.
World record holders become the world champions. Clinical execution. How does it feel?
The whole race from start to finish was literally perfect, and Fletcher and I are just so stoked about our result, and especially winning our first ever World Championship. This is something I've ever dreamed of ever since when I was growing up as a young little nipper. So yeah.
And how does it feel having the entire world here? Everyone is in there. It was such a multicultural final as well. It really is the best of the best at a World Champs.
It certainly is. It's absolutely fantastic to have like the blend of all the countries coming over to good old Gold Coast, Australia, and just compete against one another. But then again, it's friends for a long time as well.
Now, you won the Australian title here just a few weeks ago. Did the familiarity with the surroundings help you at all?
It did. Home away from home, bit of that home soil advantage. So yeah, it definitely did help get familiar with everywhere else and stuff. But yeah, we're just.
And props to this guy catching the rope in the air. You couldn't ask for a better patient.
Oh no, he's a brilliant kicker. He's brilliant. Yeah.
I tell you what, boys. Is there anyone you'd like to say thanks to as we wrap up?
I'd like to thank Matthew Perryman on coming behind us, and everyone watching us from South Australia and even the country as well. It's an absolute privilege to represent not only the club, the state, but also the country behind our shoulders, and we're really thankful for that.
Well, we love having you here, and it's wonderful to see world record, world champion, has a wonderful ring to it, all the way from Seacliff, boys. Big waves down the camera. Congratulations. Bucket list tick.
Yeah.
And another tense up from the boys. Don't they love it? That is a wonderful performance. And what about that? He's dreamed of it from being a nipper, and that is a dream realised here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre today at the World Championship. What a performance from the lads from Seacliff. 6 events down, 6 gold medals handed out, and we're about to get to the physical presentations, and that's what we like to see. Just 2 events to go. The 100-metre manikin carry for both men and women coming up, and they're going to be 2 of the best finals of the day. And what about that one? Unbelievable performance. I think they were the sentimental favourites, Jenny Parry, and a dream realised.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, they've been working towards this moment at this location at this time, and to deliver with that sort of pressure, knowing that all eyes were on them. You got to love it. You got to love someone who is that consistent. They are consistent in an event with so many variables. So much could go wrong, but they controlled everything they could. The skills came to the fore, and Seacliff, world champions.
I don't know how they dealt with the pressure, and they've had champion competitors for a long time. A very strong ski and board club, and not one of those clubs you kind of think of when you think of pool rescue and that kind of competition, but I think they're a pool rescue club now, whether they like it or not. The boys that got it done, and Taj and Fletcher, what a performance by them, and very, very, very stressful if it was me out there. The pressure was unbelievable for them, and yeah, it's good. It's the new favourite event for a lot of the clubby guys and girls. They love to see it. 100%.
And a special call out, the team from Dordrecht Reddings Brigade. Lots of team hugs happening there. I saw a few tears on my way out on pool deck. They won the women's, silver in the men as well. I tell you what, they target events, they train so hard, they're rewarded with not only the points, but now they get to head up to medal presentations, get those gold medals, get those silver medals around their neck, like dream world championships for them right now.
And they say that the medals are earned in the hard work, but they're handed out on race day, and these guys deserve it because the hard work that goes into winning a world title like this one it can't be overstated, that's for sure. Years and years worth of training, dedication, support from families around them, and it's very, very tough. And all of these medalists deserve what they've got today.
They really do. And speaking of, let's head up to the medal presentations right now. We'll be back in just a moment with the final races of the day.
Representing René Rossi, Italy. And the gold medal and world champion, Poppy Stephen, representing Metropolitan Clowners Lifesaving Club, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please congratulate your Lifesaving world champions. Representing Northcliffe Surflight Sailing Club, Australia. And the gold medal and world champion, James Koch, representing Burleigh Heads Mulray Park Surflight Sailing Club, Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and congratulate your Lifesaving world champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for the Lifesaving World Championship Interclub Open Female 4x50 metre obstacle relay. Medals being presented by Mr. Perry Smith, Secretary General, ILS Sports Commission. In third place and the bronze medal, Currumbin Beach Vikings Surf Life Saving Club, team of Jones, Pete, Julian and Bentley. In second place, and the silver medal from Northcliffe Surf Life Saving Club, team of Scott, Miller, Shibnan and Bender. And the gold medal and world champions, Rena Rossi, Italy, team of Rosé, Fabretti, Laurenti, and Pavarani. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and congratulate your life-saving world champions. Ladies and gentlemen, the medal ceremony for Lifesaving World Championship Interclub Open Male 4x50 metre obstacle relay. Medals being presented by Mr. Perry Smith, Secretary General, ILS Sports Commission. In third place in the bronze medal, Northcliffe Surf Life Saving Club, team of Dawson, Edie, Clark and Armstrong. In second place in the silver medal, Trig Ireland, Australia. Team of Hines, Smith, Rothney and Kent. The gold medal and world champions, Brenny Rossi, representing Italy. Team of Lasea, Lapazio, Masrelli and Loschi. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and congratulate your life-saving world champions.
Well, Jenny Parry, the presentations for the first 6 events this afternoon have been done, and congratulations to all of those medal winners. What a fantastic performance. Jen, just the 4 swims left, 2 gold medals to be handed out, and probably the most competitive events of the day.
Yeah, these are the big ones that we've been waiting for, with our world record holders in these A finals. Very excited to see what they can deliver. It was a massive heats of racing, I should say, this morning. I feel like we really front-loaded the program.
Yeah.
We talked from about 8 until 12:30 consistently, and now finals. Yeah,
and I'm very, very excited and privileged to be here today. Some of these events, the quality of athletes, you can't deny hasn't been an exciting start to the program so far, and we can see on screen the ladies getting ready for the B final of the 100 metres manikin carry with fins. Some quality athletes. You start to talk about the best competitors in pool rescue surf sports, and some of them are in this final, the B final as well, filled with quality. We saw Jess Collins from Maroochydore just before that, a couple of the Rene Rasse girls as well, fired up and ready to go for these finals. And that point score, I can't wait to see it at the end of the day. They're going to be sitting atop of that one, I can almost guarantee it. But Northcliffe's super strong in a few of these events, and they're going to try and claw a few back.
Especially when we see multiple Rene Rossi competitors, multiple Northcliffe competitors in each of these B and A finals as they come through. So in the B final, we've got Giordano Masha from Rene Rossi, Melissa Giordano from Rene Rossi as well. Kendra Dutois, we saw her in action for the national team. Martina Laurenti, again, third Rene Rossi competitor in this B final. It's going to be incredible. We can see them now up there on screen. Brazil, Thais Bastos Xavier in the mix. Wonderful to see our Brazilian competitors in there. Camille Julien, she was in action for France last week, now racing for Currumbin Vikings.
Yep.
Locals coming in, Jess Oates from Maroochydore, and then Gina Zek from Halle Salcris. So a truly international B final here, which is what you would expect, and the nerves would be building. The girls have had a massive heats morning, lots of big swims, and now they need to step up and deliver again.
That is exactly right. For those tuning in for the first time, maybe not seeing this event, they'll put the fins on 50 metres down with the fins. They'll grab the manikin and tow it all the way back, or carry it all the way back, and you'll probably see this first 50 deep underwater for all these girls. They'll go down in that 20 to 21 sort of second mark there, grab the manikin, work their way back. The world record, 49.30 by a lady we'll see in the A final. That was done in 2022. She's been close, but not that close over the last couple of years. Will we see another world record will we see a world record this afternoon, or is that program just too big?
Lucrezia is an incredible competitor. I think the program has just been too much. I think the workload that she's done this morning and then over the past week for the Italian national team, these events are so hard on the legs, the squats that they have been doing in the gym leading into this competition. I can't even imagine. So the quads would be hurting. We can see the ladies on screen now just making their final preparations. We spoke earlier today about how big and strong these fins are. You need to have the good ankle flexion. You have to have the big quads to move these through the water. So a big move already. You can see there'll be big slaps happening there from Jess Oates from Maroochydore. The black cap, she will be in lane 7. So I want to say a world record is out of reach, but I do love being proved wrong in these situations. It's the best outcome.
I've never wanted to be more wrong in my entire life. 3 Italians, a South African, Brazilian, French, a German and Australian line up here in the B final. They're all chasing points for their clubs. That's why we're here, to crown a world champion and a club world champion as well. Off and away, the B final, 100 metres manikin carry with fins for women there. You can see them underwater, absolutely flying along the bottom of the pool there. Most of these girls will go the entire length there, grab that manikin and get up and away. Oxygen debt is the name of the game. If you use too much too early, you'll struggle on the way home. You've got to manage that fine line between having speed and not going too hard.
Yeah, we can see the ladies now start to surface, and have a look how deep underwater they're carrying some of those mannequins. Again, it's all within the rules. They would have studied that quite intently with their coaches. They know what they can and cannot do. Kendra Dutois from South Africa in lane 3 looking very, very good. Melissa Giordano, one of our Rene Rossi competitors, good at the end there. But I think that could be Camille coming through now for the Currumbin Vikings just in these closing stages. But this is going to be a fantastic finish. Lane 5, the Brazilian could get there.
Very tight. Javier there touches the wall. Well, gets there, 54.91. Great swim for the Brazilian. Maximum points, and doesn't she love it? The big celebration. Fantastic swim from our Brazilian counterpart there. What a performance. And we haven't seen much of the Brazilians so far in the pool. We've seen a bit of them on the sand, to be honest. They're very, very quick. And the final 25 is where this race is won. If I've learnt anything today, you can use way too much, way too early. And if you don't have anything in the final 20 metres, you can go from first to last very, very easily.
Yeah, stoked to see the Brazilian get through there. They had an incredible national team. We saw them do quite a few wonderful things, getting those B finals quite consistently. But for her to take out the big points here, and we can see that wonderful finish, the full stroke on the wall, that was what made the difference. That's what we want. Yes.
Doesn't she love it there?
Love
Good celebration as well. Maximum points for the Brazilians from the B final. It's good to see. 54 is a good swim as well. Very, very strong for these ladies. Of course, we'll have those results for you in just a matter of time. It was Xavier in 1, Laurenti from Rane-Rosse in 2nd, Detroit from Clifton in South Africa in 3rd in 55.41. Camille from Currumbin in 4th, just misses out on the podium in the B final. Giordana Melissa from Rane-Rosso, and Jess Oates and Gina Zek from Halle Salkres in Germany rounds out the top 8. The ladies take the fins off. They have very sore ankles after that one. The pressure that goes on your ankles from those fins is truly incredible, and they do not hold back. They empty the tank in that first sort of 15 or 20 kicks there and really blow their legs up, and it's very impressive from these ladies.
Absolutely. We can see Camille in the white cap just on screen at the moment. She was in action for the French team last week. She's actually just done a faster time in this B final that she did in the B final from last week. So, hey, I'm the one who's here saying, oh no, it's a big workload. They're improving. They're getting better. Tapering.
All this speed work, we love to see it. And, well, the next one, pure performance. Lucrezia Fabretti from Italy.
Yeah, the Fabretti, the world record holder in lane 4. I reckon Maddie Kidd and Zoe Crawford in lanes 1 and 2 from Northcliffe. I reckon they could come up with something special here, but I also love the Germans in here. Johanna Salner from Halle Salkres, Lena Opperman, Undine Lauvaud. We saw Lena and Undine in action. They actually were part of a 4x25 manikin relay that broke the world record last week. So these girls are on form. Anyone in this race, if they give this a red hot go, they could do something special. But just seeing Zoe and Maddie last week, their fin work, second to none.
Yeah, and Opperman, she was fantastic this morning. Led till about, I would say, 10 to go. And Fabretti just came over the top, was so strong, and it was all rating in those final 10 metres. She just kept the rating up super high, kept it going. And seeing Maddie Kidd and Zoe Crawford warm up earlier in the pool today, they looked focused. They looked like they were having fun. They were enjoying themselves up there. Business as usual, but if there's anybody who can deliver on the biggest stage, it's those two. They know what it's like to perform under pressure. Kyra Bender's the one for me. She's been really good over the last couple of weeks, and I don't know what she can produce, but I know she's going to be in it up to her eyeballs for a long, long time here, and it wouldn't surprise me if she came out of this one with a medal. And while Fabretti, she's the red-hot favourite here. No guarantees in the race for second place. The other 7 girls, I could not pick one that would be a guarantee for a medal here. So it's going to be very, very interesting. How you can perform on the biggest stage will be the key. That is the favourite in the centre there. They're the two that you've spoken about from Northcliffe, Maddie Kidd, Zoe Crawford there. They're on the outside. Maybe the Europeans in the centre will not be looking at them there. And even the Spaniard, Fernandez at the bottom there, I wouldn't count her out. They were very good, and it was very close this morning.
Absolutely, and again, we look at that macro view with the points. We've got 3 from Northcliffe and 3 from Halle Salkres in the mix here as well. So big points on offer here for the ladies. Ready for a start. This one always hurts. But in the underwater, you've got to think Maddie Kidd, Zoe Crawford, top of the field, very, very strong bat. Can the Germans, can the Italians come out on top? Easy speed
is the name of the game in this first leg, and you're exactly right, Jenny Parry. That's why you're the best in the business. The far side looks to be the best so far. In and turn, the 2 girls from BMD Northcliffe will lead through the turn, absolutely flying at the moment. It's Zoe Crawford out in front. But here comes the Europeans in the middle. The Italian Fabretti starts to go to work. She's maybe run down the Northcliffe girls, but it's Opperman from Germany alongside her who might be the biggest challenge at the moment. Fabretti's look like she's gone to the lead with 15 metres to swim. Opperman trying to hang on. We come into the wall. The world champion, the world record holder will continue her reign. Gets it done. Fabretti, big swim, 51.46. And while the BMD Northcliffe girls flew early, it was the Europeans who dragged it home, and you cannot beat class sometimes. Fabretti, she's the best to do it. She's the best to ever do it.
That is incredible. Lucretia Fabretti, again, I see her face everywhere I go at World Championships. She does not stop, and she keeps on performing. She keeps on lifting. Her carry is absolutely phenomenal. 51.46 for her, and the Germans come home for second and third. Lena Opperman, fantastic swim. Joanna as well in the mix. So fantastic points across the board. What a swim. What a race. The girls always deliver.
And you called it to an absolute T. You said that the fin work from Maddie Kidd and Zoe Crawford will get them out in front, and maybe they could do something special. But as we spoke about, it was the final 20 metres for Lucenza Fabretti, that got it done for her there. The rating so much higher than the rest of the girls on that second lap, and it is a second lap event, that is for sure. Fabretti in one, 51.46. Opperman in second place, 52.48. Well over a full second between first and second. And then back to Selner from Germany there. And what a performance from the three German girls. Laudewald from Germany as well, 53.57. The three girls from Northcliffe, good points for them, but maybe a little disappointing. 53.8, 54.3, 54.3 for them. Still fantastic swimming. And our Spanish competitor, 54.65, rounds out a very, very quick final. Fabretti has been 49.30. That's the world record. So 2 seconds off her best swim. It doesn't matter. She is still the world champion, reigning and defending. We're just about to go down on pool deck and have a chat with the world champion. What a performance from her there. And it really has been a big swim from her. You can see the look on her face there. She's just relaxing. That event is so tough. The feet start to cramp, the legs start to go, your arms and shoulders begin to hurt, and we'll try and drag her out of the pool and have a chat with her for an interview. She won the 2022 World Championship in 50.70. Very good swimming. And then earlier in the week, 50.96 at the national team title. She's been undefeated on a global level for a long, long time, and don't we love to see it. She's now the Interclub champion. She's the national team champion. She's the world champion and the world record holder. She has all the titles under her belt, and without a shadow of a doubt, she's the best to ever do it. She's not too far away from having a chat with our girl Jenny Parry on pool deck. But the Italians, what a day they've had. Rene Rosso is absolutely on fire down here at the pool deck. They have dominated this first finals package, and they will sit atop the overall point score when we get to the end. And while Northcliffe and Halle Sakris from Germany are fighting on very hard, along with Currumbin from Australia, it's all the Italians at the moment. They signalled this last week in the national teams competition, and I think they're continuing their great form here at the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre. We're not too far away from the B final of the men's 100-metre carry with fins, and then we'll see another world record holder, Fergus Eadie of New Zealand, go in the men's A final, which is not too far after that. Stick with us. We're not too far away from hearing from our champion, Miss Fabretti from Italy, who should be down with Jenny Parry in just a few moments' time. Let's go down to the pool deck. Jenny Parry is with our champion, Lucenza Fabretti.
Lucrezia, we get to speak to you all the time. You keep on winning another world championship. How are you feeling?
I'm very happy for the race. It's very hard. Every day of race, yesterday, today, tomorrow. But I'm happy because I swim all here for this event, and I'm very happy. Say thank you my coach, my family. They support me every day. Thank you.
You've done so incredibly well. We'll go and let you warm down now. Thank you so much for having a chat. We'll see you soon, because we do want to have a chat as well to Lena. Lena, congratulations, picking up a medal. 3 Hallie Sauerkraut competitors in that final. So special.
Yeah, definitely. I love them so much, and we are all so good in the fins, and it's just amazing, the level of our fin swimming.
And more medals for you at the World Championships. You were incredible last week. Medals everywhere to start the Interclub Championship so confidently. This is a wonderful sign of things to come.
Thank you so much. I'm a little bit sick, actually, so I'm really proud of that.
Well, you should be. Big waves down the camera. Germany picking up a medal. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations to the Italians and the German lady. Fantastic performance all round. Time for the B final, the men's 100-metre mannequin carry. We're looking for sub-50-second swims here from the boys. The world record broken last week by Fergus Eadie, down in that 43-second range. The first man to ever go under 44. Paul Bjorn from Germany, a fan favourite. He was in heat 1 of 17 this morning. 17 heats. Posted a time good enough to almost get him in the A final. No one expected that. He absolutely delivered a 48 seconds, I think, Jenny Parry, to get himself into that final. What a swim that was, and he's really performing again up here. Draga from France is having an absolute flyer. He leads at the moment. The rest of these boys starting to work their way through. Maybe the other of the Frenchmen starting to get in on the act as well. But that is a great swim so far. He'll drag this one home.
Look at that. Tom from France coming through. Massive swim, massive finish. Hand on the wall, 46.26. Considering that most of these B finalists were really around that 48, 47 mark. That is a fantastic swim. He's got to be happy with that. Touching the wall, 46.26. That would have been at home in the A final for the national team's competition.
Very much so. Great swim. And it was all the second half. The first 50, it's important. You can't win it there. You can definitely lose it. But it's all that second 50. Bring that thing home. Rating's important. How much energy you've got left in the tank, and whether you are in true oxygen debt, that is very, very important here. And this A final is going to be an absolute cracker. We're down to the final event of the day. The Italians have got another win. Italy on fire at the moment here in the pool. They have dominated the national team's competition in terms of the pool. They've dominated night 1 of Interclub competition here as well. Jenny Parry, can they be stopped?
Tell you what, just looking at those times, 46.26, that's phenomenal. That was a fantastic race. I'm trying to think back now, and I'm like, how did Fergus go 43.9 last week? And can he go close to doing it again?
I do not know. It's such a good swim. It truly blows me away. I look at the Olympics and think, I wonder how people swim that fast. And you throw him a set of fins, but he's carrying a mannequin, and he's a lot quicker than those guys go. So it's super impressive to see what he can do. He's a giant lad, pure power as well. Legs like tree trunks, huge shoulders. And just the ability to bring that home and carry that mannequin is truly something special from that man. I don't know if he can do it again, but if anyone can, it's Fergus Eadie.
Absolutely. And we're going to see quite a few of our men backing up from the national team's comp. Harry Hines was second to Fergus at the national comp, 44.19 for him. Chris Dorso is there, and I feel like we don't talk about him enough. He is absolutely everywhere. He is a powerhouse for the Black Fins. He just collects A finals and points consistently every time he puts on a pair of fins, every time he stands on the blocks. Northcliffe are so smart to pick him in their Interclub team here as well. He is guaranteed points.
We talked about Stephen Kent being the heart and soul of that Kiwi Black Fins team. I think Chris Dawson's a bit of an unsung hero in the end, to be completely honest, because for years and years and years he's continued to deliver here in the pool when maybe sometimes the Kiwis were struggling or they needed something, and then he'd go over to the surf and he'd win a surf race or do a rescue tube rescue, or he is one of those men that continues to deliver for the Black Fins every single World Championships. And what I want to see is him get some individual glory here and get a gold medal that he truly deserves. Is this the event? We'll wait to find out. He looked fantastic this morning in the heats. He dominated his heat. There was a couple that went quicker than him, but they were in different heats there, and he sort of shot out like he he'd been shot out of a gun, but his last 20 was fantastic as well.
Yeah, it was really impressive. He actually wasn't really in my calculations until that final 10 metres, and then Chris Dawson did Chris Dawson things and came through, got the great points, got the great result there, and you can see some nervous faces on screen. I love seeing the way the men prepare differently. Who's having a laugh, who's having a joke, but who is laser focused and who's looking a little nervous.
There's some big, scary, angry men down there on the blocks, that is for sure. When they warm up, I try and avoid it because they are giant men. Every single one of these gentlemen, well over 6 feet, a couple in there at 6'3", and 80, 90, 100 kilos for some of them of pure muscle. And that was the thing that shocked me about Fergus Eadie. When I stood next to him, I said, you are a giant human being. He's better off playing front row for the All Blacks, but he is an absolute weapon in the underwater, and when you've got legs like tree trunks, you can understand how you're the world record holder. Harrison Hines, bit of the bridesmaid the last couple of weeks, getting that silver medal, and Trig Island have been good, been very good so far. And could he cause a boil over here? And Pizzotti there from the Italian club as well. You never count out the fastest qualifier.
100%. 3 from Rene Rossi in the mix, David Cremonini in 2, Fabio Pizzotti in 4, and then Andrea Vivalda in 7. So expecting big things here, expecting a fast start from Harrison Hines. He will be in lane 5, the white cap of Trig Island, teammate and Australian captain Jake Smith in lane 1.
Yeah, off and away. They go to work underwater very, very quick. Maybe Edie there. He's in that lane closest to us. Yellow string on one side, blue on the other. He'll be the first to the wall. Maybe Smith on the other side for the Aussies as well. Cremonini from Italy, he gets a good jump here, but it's all on the way home. Fergus Eadie, have a look at that. That turn was absolute lightning. Smith on the other side is flying along and he's in the hunt for the medals. So is the Italian there. Dawson's starting to work his way into it, but the world record holder out in front, absolutely flying. What a swim this is going to be. Can he get to the wall? 2 strokes, 1 stroke. The world record holder becomes the world champion. 45.12. Don't worry about the time. It's all about the position. Fergus Eadie, BMD Northcliffe, the Kiwi lad, is the world champion. He adds that to his world record title. What a performance. 55.12. I don't know if he'll be happy with that, but it doesn't matter because he got the gold.
I reckon he is going to be happy with that after a massive program, a big day in the sun today. The relief of getting that done, incredible. David Cremonini on the top end of the pool second, and special shout out Jake Smith, the Australian captain. He has had the workload that we have seen to get a bronze medal here in the 100 carry. What a finish.
And that was all that front end. He flew off the start there, absolutely hammered his way down, was second at the turn behind Fergus Eadie, the Kiwi, but it was all that turn from Fergus Eadie. He got that manikin, dragged it back up to the top, and absolutely flew for about 25 metres. And he has shoulders like boulders in there, and he shows the guns. And he can, because he's the world champion for the men's 100-metre manikin carry with fins. 45.12. About 1.15 off his world record, but it doesn't matter because he's had a giant workload in the last couple of days. Davide Cremonini from Italy gets second. Jake Smith from Australia gets third. Dawson in 4th place, the other of the Northcliffe boys there. The former world champion, he deserved another one, did everything right, but just couldn't get it done. Fastest qualifier, Pizzotti from Italy. He finishes in 5th place with Vivaldi, not far behind. Harrison Hines, he won't be happy with that one. I think he might have dropped the manikin somewhere along the carry on the way home because he deserved a little bit more than that one. Fergus Eadie got the win last week at the national teams title. A perfect performance in this event after winning Interclub title as well. You add the world record to the top of that, and it has been a hell of a week from the man from New Zealand, but he represents BMD Northcliffe now, the Gold Coast club. They have recruited very, very well for this national championships, and we're not too far away from hearing the winner of the final event of day number 1 of the Interclub Pool Rescue Championships here at the 2024 World Lifesaving Championships on the beautiful Gold Coast. What an afternoon it's been. 8 gold medals handed out and 8 incredible performances from athletes and their teams this afternoon. What a way to start this championships. What a way to start this pool program. And let's head down to the pool. We're not too far away to hear from Fergus Eadie. He's making his way across to Jenny Parry and the interview team down there. And a big thank you to everybody who's tuned in this afternoon to watch this live stream. We're going to have not only this interview, but the presentation for the final two events. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8 a.m. Let's head down to the pool deck and hear from our winner, Fergus Eadie.
Right here. Down here, Fergus Eadie, fantastic last week, a brand new world record in this event. It must be such a relief to have this one done and to claim another world championship.
Absolutely. I knew it was going to be pretty tough coming into it. Had David pushing me the whole way. It's just awesome. I could see him over there. He's a young bloke, so we've got many more battles to come in future years. So, yeah, how good.
Massive week in the pool for you last week. Beach sprints, rescue tube rescue. How are your legs still going at the moment?
They got a lot of residual in it, and I thought I saw 45-1. I was like, that's a hard 45-1 too. So, no, plenty more racing to come. Super happy with that. Super happy to be here with the Northcliffe team, so fantastic.
And quite a few friends as well. We had a lot of Northcliffe in the race there, both the B and the A final, just getting the points sorted.
Absolutely. The beach guys are gonna go good, so us poolies have to step up a bit and give them a bit of a point surplus to build with.
You've done everything you can today. Big waves down the camera. Huge congratulations. There you go. World champion twice over.
What a swim. Fergus Eadie, he knows his job and does it better than anyone else in the business. What a performance to get the gold medal. Northcliffe will be very, very happy with that one. 3 scoring swimmers in there, but Rene Rosso from Italy, they had the run of it today. That is for sure, without a shadow of a doubt. Big wins for the Italians, big wins for the Australian clubs and the Kiwi athletes, and what an afternoon it's been so far. Thank you for joining us this afternoon here on the beautiful Gold Coast, day one of the Interclub Championships. Make sure, if you're looking for all the results, head to liveheats.com, or you can go to lwc24.com. That is the Lifesaving World Championship website. A huge thank you to the Queensland Government and the Gold Coast City Council. It's live in Queensland, and all our supporting and sponsoring partners here at the Championship. Remember, action continues back here from the Gold Coast Aquatic Centre and Kurrawa Beach. You can catch it all on the live stream tomorrow at 8 a.m. The live streams are available for the youth competition on the beach and for the pool competition right here. I think we're going to head back down to the pool deck with Jenny Parry. We're not too far away for one more interview down there. Stick with us for a second, and then we will wrap things up. A huge thank you to all the supporters at home. Remember, if you want to be part of the conversation, jump on the socials. Hashtag LWC24 is the one you want to use. Leave us a message. Tell us who you're cheering for. Tell us where you're from, because we know that people are watching from all over the world. And we're going to head down to the pool deck for the final time with Jenny Parry. Jenny, who you got?
Oh, we had to grab an interview with this guy who's on the podium for the 100 carry. Jake, you did nearly every race on the program last week. That obviously takes the shine, some of the sprint speed off your individual races. To come back now, to be on the podium, 100 carry in that sort of field, dreams come true.
Oh, yeah, it's unreal. Like, you're racing the best again and again and again. And when you got people like Ferg, Dorse, Harry, it's just like... I know all the Italians as well. Like, especially after that last week, it's just who can hold on the most, and everyone's stinging and hurting just as much. So, I mean, like, the winning time obviously wasn't as quick as last week, but like the guy still won at Ferg. Like, he's unreal, absolute superhuman. Dorse has got half a leg and still putting together quick times, and it's just, yeah, just who's there at the day, I guess, and wants to sting the most.
Well, we're stoked to see you still racing after a massive program. To come out and get an individual medal, we're going to let you head up to presentations, but we had to say hello. We had to say congratulations. Big waves down the camera, Jake. You're an absolute superstar.
Cheers. Thank you very much, Jenny.
Well, they're all superstars, that is for sure. Big thank you to Jenny Parry on behalf of myself and the entire team. Thank you for tuning in today, day one of those Interclub Championships. That wraps us up this afternoon. Well done to all our new world champions. Well done to all our finalists, and well done to everybody at home. Thank you for the support on behalf of myself and the entire team at the Lifesaving World Championships 2024 on the Gold Coast. Thank you and good night.